Hey there, you tired of playing the blame game with those nasty odors in the RV coming out of the vents and the dog's looking at you like, don't pin this on us, buddy? Well, stick around. I got a $5 fix that'll literally clear the air. I've already had this open once, but I'm going to open it again, show you how I did it. People have two different versions of kind of the same problem. So let me show you what I'm facing here. I'll show you what I'm going to use to fix it. I'm going to use this to just pick out the lap seal that's in here. There's a screw on here that I'll use to take it out. It's a square head screw, but this Phillips will work fine. I've got some Duct seal, gloves to keep my hands clean, and then I've got some lap sealant that I'll put back on here, and then we should be good to go. So let me show you what the problem is. All right, so this peels off. Got some stuff in here. There we go. And I'll take this off. Once you get this screw off, loosened up, you might have to take a little bit of force to get this off, but it'll pop off. You can see these little fingers here, are little holes and little fingers. So when you go to put it back on, let me see if I can get the camera in here, show you what I'm looking at. So in my case, the pipe does come up above the roof line. Some people report that this pipe doesn't even come up above the roof line, which is a different problem, and I'm not quite sure how they solve that. But this is how I'm going to solve this one. So you can see that there's a gap all the way around this pipe, and this pipe's really not even centered on this fixture here. But alongside that gap, I can actually put my finger right down into the attic area. So what I'm going to do is take some Duct seal, or some people call this thumb gum, this stuff here. It's good to about -20 and about 250 degrees. It's not really rated for outside, but because this is going to cover it, it should be fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pack it all in here to cover up the gap so that the gases that are coming up will have nowhere to go but out, rather than being sucked back in by the air conditioning through this vent into the hole into the attic area where the AC is actually pulling the air from to recirculate. It's supposed to be taking it from the vents that are on the roof or the ceiling of the RV, but that's all open air return, I believe. I don't think those returns are ducted, so it's sucking in the gases and the fumes from this gray tank. I've got another one over there, and then there's two up there, so I'm going to do all three of them. You can also see that this pipe isn't even a clean cut. It's like snapped, so I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it was like the other end was clean, and this one was just broken, and nobody's going to see it, so use it rather than throw it away. All right, so let me break this stuff open. This stuff isn't supposed to stick to your hands, but I'm going to use gloves anyhow, just because, I'm a neat freak. All right, let me put the camera back over and show you how I pack this stuff in there. All right, let's break off a good portion. I got a pound of it. I'm hoping that'll be enough. And it is a putty, man. Maybe I can turn the camera on here. You can see where the biggest gap is. Oh, sorry, camera's making a mess there. All right, there we go. It's kind of windy up here, so I'm not sure the sound's any good, but all right, just gonna pack it all in there, man. And this stuff will stay malleable, so if I ever have to take it out, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, so much for the glove. Poked right through that. Well, there you go. This thing is packed pretty full of it now. As long as you get all the gap covered, it should be fine. Now I tested this. I had some other material that I put in here last week, and it did alleviate the problem partially. I didn't do the other vents, so it wasn't a total fix, but that was just a test until I could get my hands on this stuff. I just used some modeling clay that I had, but that's stuff kind of hardens and is not waterproof. And this stuff is resistant to water, so. Got one little gap here that I just can't get out. There you go. All right. So that should do it. There's probably a number of different ways to do this, but this is kind of the easiest way I figured out. Just kind of smearing it up the sides on the inside here so that it makes a good seal, no gap. All right, let's see if I move the camera around. I don't know how good you can see in there. The lighting's so horrible, but there you go. That is done. Now what I'll do is put this back on, move the screw out. Like I said, you line these up with the ones that are there, the pegs. Should fit one and it should all kind of fit in. There you go. Put the screw back in. All right, and then see that screws back down in there. I'll hit that with some lap seal. Not that much water would ever go in there, but better have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. I'll go do the others over there now. We'll see how bad they are. There you go. All right, now look at this one. This one's horrible. Look at the size of the gap there. Shadow's probably in the way, but I mean, that's, man, an inch. I don't even know if I'll have enough stuff to get it in there. You can see the vinyl, or with roofing material, is just like they cross-cut it to poke the pipe through, but man, there's just a big open gap right there. So, same problem. Pipe does come up past the roof, but there's just a gap all around it. So let's fill it up. I used more than a quarter of this stuff on the last one, so I don't know, maybe I can just get it around the perimeter of this rather than packing the whole thing full. I mean, I could take this off, but then you have to re-lap seal it, and that's just a little too risky, I think. So I think this is still the best way to do it. Just put a little bit in at a time and build it up. A little bit layer by layer, I guess. All right, so we got that one done. Oops. So a pound of this stuff. I got it from Home Depot. This is a GB Gardner Bender Duct Seal, a pound. It was like $5 with tax. But I think I need a little bit more because that one took a lot. Maybe these aren't as bad. This one isn't quite as bad. Although it is, pipe is pretty low. Doesn't come up too far. It's only like maybe a ½ inch above the roof line. Same with this one. You can see in there, I don't know. But look how far off center it is. Here, the edge of the pipe is in the center of this hole. So this one not quite as bad, but may as well be. All right, so rinse and repeat. Yeah, I used almost the whole package. I think I'm gonna end up using it all. So I might have to go get another one. This ends up not being enough. I just have to probably try to be a little bit more sparing with it. These might not take as much either. They don't look to be as bad. It's like it's not even lined up in the hole. The hole is like 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch too big all the way around. A hole bigger than the pipe, that is. So there's a big gap. I'd be interested to know how other people have solved this problem. It's kind of just what I came up with. I don't know if there's a better way, but $5 figures. If it works for a while, it's worth it. Probably a half hour, maybe an hour worth of labor. All right, that one's done. I'll try to show you. Okay, here's this one. Notice, look at how off that one is too. Yeah, right there, but man, it just at the roof line here. Getting this stuff back there without dropping it down into it is a little bit of a challenge. Well, I hope the audio is all right. But if it's not, you got any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. And I'll get back to you and answer any questions you might have. All right, there you go. All right, so I'll put these back on. Put some lap seal on the screws here, just for safety's sake, if nothing else. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in a few. We'll recap what we did, lessons learned, all that kind of stuff as usual. All right, but if you want to tune out here, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share it out to anybody else you think might benefit from the material. All right, man. Thanks a lot. Be back in a minute. All right, I put a little bit of this lap seal in there, self-leveling stuff. This is what I had. Should probably make a mess. But it'll level off on there. Let's go do the others. Just like the manufacturer does it, nice and neat. All right, so we've had that solution in place for about 3 weeks now. It seems to be working out really well. A couple things I want to point out is, you notice that I was really packing a lot of material in there. You don't really have to do that. You just have to go around the perimeter. So what it is the pipe is like that, and then it comes through the plywood, which is a little bit bigger in diameter, and it's that gap around there that you really have to focus on to block that. I just built it up on the sides because it was difficult to get to the back side of the pipe because it wasn't aligned in that whole fixture. It was over like way to the left or way to the right, and then inside the plywood, it was either really butted up against one side or the other, so it wasn't symmetric all the way around. So I just packed the stuff in there. $5 fix, not a bad thing. Took me maybe 30 minutes or so to do it. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. If you think somebody else will get some value from this video, please share it out to them. Hope to see you again. If there's anything you'd like to ask me, put down in the comments below. If there's something specific you want me to take a look at and try to fix, let me know that as well. Be happy to try to help you out. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Take care.